What is good, chat? Hey, man, we are back like didn't just take a whole entire week off. Hey, at least we posted yesterday, though, man. A lot of shit's going on in crypto, a lot of shit's going on in the money market. I'm not going to lie to you. As I've previously thought out and learned real quick, man, there's a lot of news that's bullshit out on the planet, bro. There's so much news. On average, on the day to day, I would say I probably get at least 300 notifications on Twitter about market updates, God, price change, fucking news about the Fed. Look right now, what Microsoft's doing? Gold's going down. The war in Iran. Like, bro, there's so much shit that just be popping up on the feed, man. And it made me appreciate, like, before me actually wanting the information, that I was really just in my own bubble, and I kind of enjoy that feeling. Unfortunately, with money markets, that's not how that works. You got to know what the fuck's going on, or at least have a key. But you also have to understand that, like, man, at the end of the day, doing your own analysis, having your own routine and system at play, and to be able to give your own opinion on what's going on versus what the fuck the news is showing you. The news puts it like this: 5%. I would say the news sway has about, on this average day, about 2% of the market, and that's the niggas who get wiped out and honestly just are emotionally trading or putting just average investors, right? They're just, okay, here's the news, bam, boom, I'm about to throw some money in this bitch. Good, bad, otherwise. The other 98% of the news is useless, bro. Absolutely fucking useless. It's all bullshit. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's a lot of good relative data, but the issue is it's subjective data. So it's kind of hard to really sway. It's a lot of people's opinions of what the market's going to do. And it's a lot of really just indicating, damn, 2 yawns in the video. And it's a lot of just additional, like, indicators, if you will, if you wanted to use it that way as a trader. But a lot of the information that the news is providing doesn't really have a stake of what actually goes on in the money market. It's just reporting what happened. That's truthfully it. Because when news comes out, the move that people expected to happen already happened, and now that's what's being reported. So now you're now reacting to what's already occurred, and you're rather going to, as a trader, jump in that bitch late, A, or B, you're going to sit there and just take your L on the fucking move and not jump in at all, or you'll get stopped out and swept up by fucking liquidity. Regardless of what that factor is, man, doesn't matter. That's not the point. All I'm trying to say is a lot of the news, that even though I get about 300 notifications a day now, a lot of it's whatever. I only check it. I check it throughout the day. I don't check it like, oh, here's 1 hour. I check it throughout the day to see what's going on. And I don't keep my head too dived into it, but, like, I'll sit there, I'll check it on my first break at work and then my second break at work. It's about 10 minutes of me just scrolling through the news, see what the fuck's going on. Then after that, I got about 3 to 4 minutes to myself before I clock back in and get back to work, right? And that's just to keep me informed, because, what happens earlier in the day for me, since I'm West Coast, man, there's been a lot of shit that happened, because my first break's at 8, 9, or about 9 o'clock. So markets open at 8 p.m. What? 8 p.m. So basically, when I wake up at 4, I got an hour basically to myself, which is pretty much just me getting ready for the day, of going to do cardio and showering, etc. But that's the only time when I'm awake, when the markets aren't going crazy. And then when my day starts of actually seeing what the fuck happened, all the markets are done. Hence why I enjoy, and I chose to do crypto over the stock market. I can't trade the stock market. I don't have the flexibility to do so. So hopefully we can find a job that I am able to kind of watch over the markets a little more, or if not, work later in the day, which would be really appreciative. That way I can, number one, wake up later and not have to be strenuous. And number two, continue forward. But hey, man, we'll see how that shit goes. Currently, right now, man, we're still on the job hunt, actively looking for another job. I will definitely give a talk with my HR about being able to probably possibly switch over to like a paralegal of some sort. If I can do it, great, because I truly love my company. And that's weird to say, even though I've only been there for about 6 months. I love the company, bro. I love my coworkers. I love the office. I love the people in the office. I love my boss. I don't have any issue with anybody there. And I got all my coworkers, oh, you'll see, you just started. Man, after 6 months, I know who a motherfucker is, bro. I know who a motherfucker is. I know their tendencies. I'm an observer at the end of the day. I watch people. If you see me in a club or an outing setting, you'll see me not talking and watching people and listening to what people are saying if I don't have headphones on. Even if I do have headphones on, guess what? Nigga, you don't know if I'm listening to music or not. So you don't know what I'm hearing and what I'm not hearing. You can probably possibly tell by my reaction unless I'm, stone faced. But that's kind of how it plays out right now, man. So it's really hard for taking other people's opinions on other people when that doesn't reflect for myself. Sure, you could like it's really a weird position you put yourself into, especially rather as a somebody who joins a company or somebody who is uh how do I put it? It's just a newer face around, and it a lot of people try to spread this like negative narrative about XYZ, this person, that person, boom, 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 boom. And it's like, man, they're cool with me, so why do I care? If that's your opinion, I'm happy to hear it. I'm not going to share your opinion. Your opinion's safe with me, but that's not going to make me change how I treat or act towards that person. Not at all, until they treat me a certain way. That's just the person I am, and I think that possibly could reflect on a lot of people's character who can't really have that sit down conversation with that person and speak with them about it. Because sometimes, yes, there is a hierarchical standpoint of a workforce, but at the same time, man, we're humans at the end of the day. And if you can come across to rather your boss or a coworker of yours of like, hey, I don't appreciate this, or I appreciate when you do this, that makes a relationship stronger and it makes your ability to enjoy the work environment a lot whole. Currently, right now, I wish I could move. Why? I love the people I sit around. It's cool to talk with them, but that's the issue. They're cool to talk with. I don't want to be talking at work, man, besides the motherfuckers on the phone. I want to be getting all my calls in and getting done. And I still do. Even with the quote unquote distractions around, I'm just able to lock in. I kind of built this routine to get in the flow state, and I'll kind of dabble into that. But once I get locked in, it's just like, man, I'm in there, bro. I don't look away from my screen. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at nothing. And I have my phone active, which what I need to do actually on my screensaver is turn the ability to see my notifications on. That way I can just see the news pop up. And then I'll be a little bit more informed and I can just throw my phone somewhere. And then just each time when I'm rather in between a call or notating or, a customer's putting me on hold or there's downtime in between calls that I'm able to actually sit down and be like, hold on, let me do this real quick. And then boom, just like that, done and done. Another routine I'd possibly want to definitely add is trying to get there a little bit earlier. I'm leaving around like 6:10. I want to try to leave around like 6 o'clock. That way I can get there around about 20 to 30 minutes early. I know 10 minutes makes a whole lot of a difference when you do public transportation. But I want to try to get there a little bit earlier, about 30 minutes would be great. But I'm really only looking for like 10 to 20 minutes. That way when I get there, really just 10 minutes. That way when I get there, I can build the habit of just looking at all my flips for the month. For instance, tomorrow's May 1st, so I want to try to get there and look at all my flips from April. Cool, boom, this is what I got. There we go. And then after that, all my flips from the previous my previous sheet. I gotta find that bitch somewhere, but it's in there somewhere. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. But yeah, I want to just find all my quote unquote accounts that are with me, and be able to now make sure that all my accounts that I wanted flipped were flipped to me, and if they weren't, I want to review. Tell me why they weren't flipped. That's kind of how that works. Yeah, man. Long story short, though, just something I want to add. That way I'm more on track of my shit because one of my coworkers did point out nobody's checking my accounts besides me. It's my responsibility, which is bullshit because now I have to rather. It's a crazy, man. I rather lose money because the system isn't working for me to check accounts. I lose money. No matter what you do, you're cooked, bro. I could possibly do it like on a break and just sit at my desk, but it's just since I fucking am right there next to my boss, nigga, he's gonna be like, "What are you doing? Are you on break? Get the fuck to the break room. Get the fuck off the floor." That's just how they are. It's like their policy. I don't know why. I'm gonna ask him to see if I can move my shit. Be like, yo, what's your trust level in me? Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to get moved to the middle somewhere. It's not really because I don't like my seat. I just want to be more focused. I want to be able to provide more. I think that would be a good front because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the truth. Now, the flow state shit. I'm going to briefly talk about this. Put it like this, right? When you develop a routine, your brain gets into the habit of however it thinks, right? And whatever its thinking process and whatever relates to that feeling or that routine is what it will do. So it's the same thing for entering flow state or entering a very high level of concentration is what I call it. So what I do in the morning, each morning, Starbucks. Go to Starbucks. Get me a fucking frat. The same drink. Could be anything with coffee in it. Don't matter. But I get the same drink just to make it routine. Go to Starbucks. Get the same drink. Get in that bitch. Eat some breakfast. Eat my breakfast. Drink my coffee while I'm taking my calls. And before I even get started, coffee's probably halfway about done before the work shift starts. And I change the date. And I'm listening to music. That is it. Listen to music, coffee, eat, change the date. Those 4 things. And it's nothing crazy. It's no some anomaly thing. I'm injecting fucking needles into my body or fucking possessing myself. No, bro. It's just when you do the same thing and it correlates to, hey, it's time to hyper focus on work. It's time to hyper focus on task. And I roll it over into here. The main thing of what makes my routine good is the music. So I can just play music for about a minute to 2 minutes and I'm going to say, okay, it's time to focus. I can listen to one song and say, it's time to focus. And I'll turn the music off and I'll focus. That's kind of how this video came about. That's kind of how I just did my journaling for the day. I normally do the video as a end of the day reflection or just really what to talk on my mind for people who are newer to the channel. I'm sick of fucking yawning. I hear that. It's some bullshit. But that's the routine for me to lock in or enter flow state, whatever you want to call it, bro. It's me being as optimal as I can with my time and my ability to concentrate on the task at hand. What's another thing? Oh, yes, the book I'm reading. Oh, man, that book is only getting better. Fuck, I forgot to write down the goddamn name. You know what? I'm going to search this bitch up. Just because I'm right here, I'm going to search this bitch up. I had to think like a lawyer. By Kim Whale? I don't know. This book right here, though. I don't know if you can see that, chat. That book right there. By Kim, last name is spelled Wehle. She's a professor of law. Great fucking book. This is an amazing book. And especially for me, who's very interested in becoming an attorney, it's just a beautiful book. And I'm going to definitely find a lot more books like that to read on my spare time. I'm probably going to put a serious pause on reading like more information regarding finance, especially because, I mean, like every day I'm getting enough of what the fuck is going on in the markets. So this is kind of like my break besides entertaining myself with like a YouTube video or some other shit, an anime, whatever I'm watching or doing the fuck at the time. But I love the book, man. First chapter is about breaking down problems, and it's a really repetitive and it's very easy. That's what makes this shit nice. It's very easy to do, and I knew this shit wasn't difficult. It's basic deduction. So put it like this: you got a problem, okay? It's a sum of bullshit. Boom, 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 boom. All this bullshit going on. You got this. You got it's just this pattern, right? So what I envision is the best way to get rid of that, all this bullshit, and to find the heart of the solution, as what she calls it, is by writing it down. So let's say problem 1, right? Problem 1 has 3 subtopics. It got X, Y, and Z. Okay? So then now, after you figure out those 3 issues with the problem, write these sub-issues. So now XYZ has now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, B2, or B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, right? Now I got the subcategories. So now I can sit there and say, okay, let me analyze these and say of importance level for all the subcategories, which are the highest? Circle those, and then that gives me to the heart. So the issue that I have is B3, A1, and number 6, right? 6, A1, B3. That's the heart of my issue that I'm having. What's going on? All these other supporting factors, but that's the main issues at hand, and those are the highest of importance. And then you can really scale it back as here's the next level of significance, the next level if you really want to get into it and be very intricate. But to get the heart of the problem, that's what you're looking for. That's the basis of what I've read thus far. And that wasn't a beautiful fucking chapter because it now brings the ability to something that I feel like I'm kind of good at, but I can improve in some way. And I now know what I lack in. It kind of gave me a new discovery of my ignorance. Now now the ignorance is a bliss because now I understand what the fuck's going on. So the deductive understanding of being able to take the problem at hand, take all the bullshit that's provided in it, and organize it, find the importance of all the bullshit, and say, this is the most significant turd of all the shit that's out there, right? And once you're able to do that, you can do the next steps, which I don't know of as of yet. We'll find out. That's what comes with reading. But, yeah, man, I'm really enjoying this book. I'm only like 40 to 50 pages in, something like that. But I feel like that chapter was so thick and full of information, and I appreciate it. I'm also getting an enjoyment of seeing more information about cases themselves. I don't know if it's because I handle cases every fucking day, 60 at least, or at least the attempt to get 60 different calls a day. If not some person calling in at the same time, whatever the case is. Case, pun right there. But, yeah, man, overall, that shit's just, the law's amazing. It's a beautiful field, and even though we have an abundant amount of attorneys, my true goal isn't to become like some high-staking attorney that people, you want to be personal injury law, that guy. You need that guy to help write your NDAs, your fucking just Gleek 2. That's not what I'm looking for as being an attorney. I just want to have the understanding of how law works in the true legal system itself. That is all I want. And you could be like, you don't got to go to school to do that. Yeah, but it would be nice to have my JD in it, and also be nice to be able to practice law for the actual shit that is going to be significant to me and what the fuck I'm going to do with that license. And now that's just going to be on the back burner. Y'all ain't going to get that information until it comes. That's just how manifestation works. With that being said, though, man, the only other significant things that's going on is me and my brother about to go out tomorrow. Don't know how it's going to go. That means, in other words, I got to get this market report done quick, which it's now optimized. I wrote that in my fucking journal. But thankfully, this shit's optimized. That took me like an additional hour to do when it was not needed. Normally, this is going to take me probably 10 to 15 minutes at max to do. It's not much. It's really not. Writing down prices, writing down open interest, writing down the premium and the discount range, average, whatever the fuck that is. And we continue forward with our life, man. But all in all, it's just a bunch of bullshit at the end of the day. And, oh yes, besides me going out tomorrow night, Saturday morning, I get my teeth whitened. So these will be a whole different shade. Hopefully this goes away. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I got the Aqua 4 up in this bitch. I used the Carmex. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not really from the Accutane. I've probably been off for about a month. I'll recycle it again. I'll ask for an increased amount because I feel like the 30 was cool. It wasn't doing anything to me. My dermatologist is definitely going to ask for labs, but I'm going to just do that shit that fucking day. Get that shit out the way. Call it done and done. And on top of it, I'm going to take next Friday off because that's when I'll do that. That way I can get another bus pass from my school, so I don't got to pay for that shit. Because that bitch is damn near $2 now. When I first started buying that shit, $1. Not even $1. I think it was like 75 cents or something like that. The last like 3 fucking months, they've upped the price. Why? I don't know. But I'm done paying for that shit. That went from like, okay, nigga, it's $1 basically. It's $1. To now it's like $2, nigga. We serious? That's a big gap, bro. $10 gonna get me 4 rides now versus getting me 10. Or $20 gonna get me 10 rides now versus 20. So you get the gist, bro. It's just, I don't know. They own some bullshit, and I can get it subsidized for free for my school since I'm a student. So that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. Other than that, trap, I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Stay positive, stay kind, stay motivated. Hopefully this different format of videos is now more organized and what actually is going through my mind versus just some rant about some bullshit and me going on a tangent. I enjoy those type of videos because it allows me to get everything off my chest, but I feel like sometimes that's just going to be me spreading negativity that's unwanted versus just telling y'all what I'm actually fucking doing on the day-to-day basis. And it allows me to actually self-reflect of what actually fucking happened today. Other than that, though, stay positive, stay kind. Be appreciative of your family members that are around you, especially the ones who are wanting and willing to be in your life. And other than that, though, man, I'm going to catch y'all.